Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Which card do I get? Do I go for the Discover It card that offers 18 months of zero interest on a balance transfer? Or should I go for the American Express Blue Cash every day that gives me 15 months, okay? So that's what we're going to be talking about today in this video, because I think once I break down everything, you'll find out who gives you the better leverage. Now, like I said, with the Discover It card, give you 18 months of no interest on balance transfers. They give you 6 months of no interest on purchases, all right? Now, the average credit score for that type of card is maybe about a 670 or higher, all right? Now, that's the thing about it. Now, their average, most of the time with Discover, they may pull your experience. They always pull a FICO 8. Let me clarify. So they always pull your FICO 8 score. Okay, so that way you know, like, okay. But here's the thing about it. Once you're in their system, if you're not utilizing the card, here's the deal. The thing about it, I know a lot of people try to get credit line increases, all right, because they would probably apply for the credit card with just their income, all right, and if they're married, they'll leave out the spouse. But here's the interesting thing about it. In order for them to give you a higher limit income, they are very stickler on income. So if you have a spouse with good income, or if you have a spouse with income period, you need to put that income on the application as well, okay? It helps with your DTI. Also, in terms of, like, when you're stating if you own or rent, if you're paying rent, you want to make sure that your rental payments, the percentage on rental payments is usually not over between 15 to 20%. Okay, that's another key factor with them. Another thing you have to think about is, do I have any other open revolving accounts? Now, if you're going for this card to prep yourself to make sure that you get the highest limit, make sure that if I have open revolving accounts that are $1,000 or less, then I would try to pay those down. Now, in terms of if you don't have the means to pay those down, there's a couple of tribal lenders that you may want to look at. You have Up Rover. So with Up Rover, they loan you up to $5,000, okay? And by them loaning you up to $5,000, it's no hard pull on the credit, but your payments, they will report those to the credit bureau, okay? And then you have like a company like IndyLand. IndyLand, they offer up to $5,000 with no hard pull on the credit. So if you're an individual that's looking to try to go get this Discover card, then and you have multiple open revolving accounts, and you need a loan to try to pay some of those accounts off, then those are probably the easiest lenders you may want to look at. That being said, yeah, you got credit loans. Creditloans.com. Now, they also will, they give you loans up to $10,000. And so their loans up to $10,000, no hard pull on the credit, okay? So that at least you'll have 3 lenders that you can actually take a look at. That being said, go for the Discover card or the American Express. So when you're looking at the American Express Blue Cash every day, okay, it's 15 months of no interest on purchases and balance transfers, okay? So where Discover card is 6% no interest on purchases for 6 months, but no interest on balance transfers for up to 18 months, where the American Express, they only go up to 15 months, but that's on balance transfer and purchases, okay? Now, the average credit score for this here card, you're going to need about a 660 credit score. Here's the interesting thing about it. With American Express, they would do if you're not a member with them, you can do a pre-qual, okay? And then once you accept the card, then they do a hard pull. Usually they would do 2 inquiries on your Experian and your TransUnion FICO 8, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing about that. once you're able to get a credit card with American Express, when you apply for other American Express credit cards, then all they do is an internal pull. So they no longer will do a hard inquiry on your credit score. Okay, so that way you're able to apply for multiple credit cards with American Express. So if I was to choose between the two, I'd probably go for the American Express. Not only are you able to apply for other American Express cards without the hard pull, but at the same time, the longer the relationship, because they offer business credit cards as well, and the longer the relationship, the more they're willing to offer you and for us increasing your limits. Now with Discover, they do have a business credit card. It's the Discover Business It credit card. But problem with their Discover It business credit card, it reports on the personal credit. American Express business credit cards, they do not report on the personal credit. So if you need to liquidate that American Express business credit card, as long as you continue making payments, it will not show up on your personal credit. Okay, so that's the reason that I would choose the American Express over the Discover card. All right, with American Express, not only are they offering the like Discover offer personal loans, okay, but again, with their personal loans, they're going to do a hard pull for you, right? But with American Express, once you're in with American Express, and I'm going to make a more detailed video about it, they have personal loans, but they won't do a hard inquiry on your credit report, all right? So for those of you that's on the fence on which card to get, for me, I think I would probably choose the American Express over the Discover card. Or, you know, depending on your situation, if you have the right data points, you can get both cards. But in terms of leverage and to be able to get more capital, I think I would choose the American Express. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.